Morning.
Good morning.
Today we're talking about the great I am. And you could stop right there at I am. But also we've given 1,000 possible examples below for you to choose from, and perhaps go through and choose 10 that truly resonate with you, that feel like these are authentic to you, are deep and meaningful to you. And it's a great tool to place the focus back on yourself, because in life we tend to give away our power to other people and focus on what they want of us, or even if we go to blame other people for how we feel, turning the focus back onto yourself with the I am statements or decrees are a powerful way to get back in touch with yourself and what you truly desire in life.
Yes, they certainly are. And I know before I did a lot of tapping on myself and shifting a lot of my inner resources that said, I am not love. I am not these things. There was when I would do these statements, I am love. I mean, I can say that to you today, and it feels very in alignment with who I am. It resonates very strongly. And if I was really to get more into a meditative state here, I could feel it very strongly, like I am love. And there's like not even a whisper anymore of a misalignment with that. But in the past there was, and I would encourage you, if that's the case, this is a beautiful part about doing these like it as an exercise, that you can state these things to yourselves, I am love. And then if you feel any resistance to that inside your body, you can use our tapping process. You can use my tapping video, which if you're new to this group, it's like #tapping, and you can actually just start letting anything that's in resistance to the I am statement go.
And we'll go through, we'll do that in a little while, show you how to recognize what's going on inside you and to tap on that if there is resistance. So that's why it's a great thing to do, because you may not feel like you're fully stepping into it right now, but know that you want it. For example, one for me that I can feel is powerful for me, but I'm not right there yet, is I am a public speaker. And that might seem outrageous given that we do this every Wednesday, and I've put myself on video a great deal, but there's another area I want to step into on stage, speaking to hundreds, thousands of people, and I'm not yet there yet. So what I do with that is recognize what's going on inside me and tap on the resistance to that.
Yes, definitely. And it's not just what you feel, it's maybe what you sense, whatever words work for you, that it just feels like it's not in alignment. So you can ask yourself that question as well. Am I in alignment with this statement? And if that doesn't feel true, or you don't sense that that's true, then you can tap and really take your focus away from that, and then go back and ask yourself again, and tap and go back and tap and go back. And when we're tapping, we're really focusing on tapping and just saying, let it go. That's it. Let it go. Let it go. It's really, really, really simple. You could do this just if you had, I used to have a lot of these statements right in front of my toilet. So I would read them every time I was in there. And and I could tap on the toilet as well. You know, if you're a busy mum, that's a good idea. Or in the shower. This can be an exercise that you practice.
And it could be to let you know that you're not in alignment with it. It could be, like Ilka said, it could be a feeling in your body. It could be your heart racing. It could be, for me, it was my felt like my throat would seize up, like there was cement in my throat and I couldn't speak. So it can be something going on inside your body. It can be a sense, like a knowing that it's just, there's something missing, there's not alignment there. Or it can be the stories that you start telling yourself when, like if I say, oh, I want to be on stage, I am a public speaker speaking to thousands of people, and then the stories start popping in to tell me why I cannot be that.
Yeah. And that's when you like, just the story's there, and then you start feeling your fingers tapping, you start noticing this, you start listening to the words, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, release, let it go, releasing, letting it go, and then big deep breath, float away. We grab our wrist and peace, and then we go back and can notice it again. So it's really, really, if you just practice that once a day with even one of these statements, things would start to shift. Yeah. And of course, if you're coming into our group calls and being part of our TAP commune, coming on the calls each week, then we really go, you know, if this seems like just, no, that's, I can't say that I am love, and really feel into that and really be in alignment with that, then if you come on the calls and into our course, then of course we show you how to really go deeper and how to clear up some of the woundings from your own childhood and you know, up until yesterday, but some of the deeper things that have happened to you, which is they're all still there in your subconscious. And I know without having done that work on myself, that inner work on myself, I wouldn't be able to sit here on a live video and say I am love, you know, and really like be very calm and just feel it and know it and sense it, and yeah, just be grateful that I am here having this wonderful life experience. And then how does this relate to parenting, Jo?
Yeah.
Like we seem like we're talking about ourselves here, which is what we do tend to focus on in this group, because our children are connecting with us, and who are we to connect with? And we think that's the most important thing. But what happens when we can start to know that I am calm, for example? Like how
children are so perceptive. Doesn't have to be words. It can be like they pick up on what's going around them. In the first 7 or so years of life, they are a sponge for information, and it doesn't just have to come from words.
Yes.
So when we're and
look on your face.
Oh yes, goodness me. And I was brilliant at lying to myself, telling myself I'm a calm parent, and thinking that I'm behaving in a calm way, and going away to the bathroom and either crying or getting frustrated in the bathroom. So the difference here is, like, I'm telling myself I'm a calm parent, yet I'm completely out of alignment. No, I'm not calm. I'm just suppressing loads of stored emotion from many years earlier that my kids are, you know, they're showing me where those unhealed parts are, and the misalignment is crazy. The lying to myself.
Yeah. And yeah, it is really crazy. I often work with parents, and really probably with communication, one of the biggest things that comes up when I really start questioning them about how do you want to be the next time you have an interaction with your child. And that word calm is usually the one that we hear the most. And we actually, one of the parents in the group had a really light bulb moment the other day when she was like, oh my God, Ilka, I think up until this point, I've been like yelling things out to them, wanting them to be calm.
Yeah.
And going, come on guys, come on. Can you just, come on, we need some peace and quiet here, even that. Or can you just quieten down? All those things, thinking
calm down.
Calm down. And thinking, and she had this light bulb moment. She's been doing a lot of work in the group, and she's like, oh my God, I've just realized that I have to become. And so you think this is an easy, it's in the moment when your kids are all and perhaps you are wanting some peace and quiet for yourself, it's the end of the day or something like that. Your first thought usually is to get them to change, and not to go inward and find the calm inside, because the calm inside could be there despite them running around and screaming and yelling and having a good time. You can be calm inside. And I know if someone, again, that this is the want to punch Ilka in the face moment, because like in the past, if someone had said that to me, I did not know how to do that. I felt terrible. I felt guilty because I couldn't do that. I was getting upset all the time. So I get that this is like I'd love to hear that it's possible. Back then I would have loved to hear that. But I'm like, but how? But how do you do this? Like inside me, I was just a ball of, rage and anxiety, and, to sit here and now be able to say, I am calm. And I can do this in amongst my kids, even now they're in their, 18 to 20s, but they can sometimes get into where their voices are raised and things like that. And I can stay in this way of being. And it's pretty freaking awesome. But it took going inside and clearing up and releasing all of my wounds, the things that really, all my belief systems that said I am not good enough, not I am love, I am a divine being, I am divine, creator of my own reality. Like there is no way I could have said that back then and gone, and I would have felt guilty too, would have felt selfish and can't be saying those things, Ilka.
I remembered
don't pass that on to your children. I am love. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is the ridiculousness of
Yeah.
it. Of course we want to pass that on.
Louise Hay's work on so looking in the mirror for 21 days and saying, I love myself. What? I couldn't do that. Look in the mirror and say, I love myself, and feel into it. Or like when I tried to do it, I cried because I recognised, and that's like part of that, her work is to do that and recognise that. But yes, things like that can be very hard. But I do also recognise it's a golden moment for me to have that realisation that it is so hard. And I'm so misaligned with those words because I don't believe it about myself. Yeah.
This is why Joe and I are always saying it takes courage. It really does take lots and lots of big balls, or whatever we want to call it.
Big kahunas, baby.
To come along, do your personal inner work, even do that mirror exercise, sit in front of the mirror, say I love you to yourself, marry yourself. We've been talking a little bit about that in the group lately too. Say some vows to yourself, say some I ams, put them up on the shower wall, like laminate a piece of paper and put it up in the shower or put it up beside your toilet so that you can start saying these things to yourself. And as Joe just said, it will bring up, maybe you will cry to start with.
And that's the powerful step is like there's affirmations and there's statements and there's these I am statements, I am decrees. The cool thing to do is take that next step and do what needs to be done so that you can become in alignment with it. And that's where the tapping comes into play. So we'd like to give you this action step so that you're not stuck in this world of hurt where we both were, of recognizing that, oh my gosh, I'm more in alignment with I'm not good enough than I am love. Something to do to change that.
Something to do. And it's so simple. A lot of the time our programs say, oh, it has to be difficult too. And it's really so simple. It's just that it takes so much courage to actually do it. And then if you've got a program of I am not good enough, or I'm not valuable, or why am I even here, why bother, then like even giving yourself the time to, you know, sit on the toilet for 2 minutes and not devote that time to somebody else in your family, or not devote that time to scrolling through Facebook or whatever. Do we scroll through Facebook on the toilet? No, I do.
Or talk to your friends.
Yeah,
you know, go outside of yourself to try to solve the problem when the work is inside.
Yes, and so it takes even to do. I understand that even to do that step, you know, that first step of saying I'm going to write something up and put it in my shower, or put it on my. But think about the difference between your children seeing you do things like this than continuing to project, and what a valuable skill you are teaching them. That, you know, my kids ring me now and they still say things to me like I'm the old Ilka, like I'm the Ilka from 10 years ago. And they'll say, "Oh, Mum, that would bother you," or "That's how are you when I'm saying that?" Or they ask me things, and I'm like, "It's fine, it's okay." Like these things do not bother me anymore. I sometimes have to remind them, because I was a very different person back then to what they're seeing now. But I'm so proud, I will even say, and I did not used to like that word. I'm proud that I can now tell them all the time that I'm okay. I'm really good. Like, it's so wonderful to share that with your kids.
Yeah, because when you love yourself and you're not judging yourself, or this is how it was for me, when I'm not judging myself so critically, so harshly anymore, then I don't judge others around me so critically or harshly anymore either.
Yes, yes. So that is the great I am. I am. So simple. And yet.
Yeah.
Yes, it takes letting the other stuff go.
Yeah. And we'd love you to share your most powerful I ams in the comments below. Thank you, Kristen, for sharing all of yours.
Yes.
And perhaps we should pop some of our own in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a powerful goddess.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know, there's so many.
So many.
Yeah.
So many. That's why there's 1,000 there.
Yes. And mate, you could, if you're really game, you could pick the 10 that resonate the least. That you'd like to resonate with.
Yes.
You know, they're still very much something you'd like to be, but you think, oh, you know, like I know there's one, I am a sexual being and I am worthy. Like those two things can go together.
Yeah.
And perhaps if that's something that you feel like you're in resistance to, then and you know, again, I've done many tapping sessions to get in tune with that part of my life as well. So it's all possible. You are. I truly believe, and I know, Joe, you say this to me too, that we truly believe you are divine beings. You are spiritual beings here having a human experience. Your children are too. They are unique. Who they truly are is just beyond imagination. It's amazing. They are whole. They are complete. And
the kicker is we say that they're our greatest teachers, and part of that is because they're not as programmed as we are just yet.
Yes, so, and often Joe and I can sometimes get into because we're so strong in our beliefs around this. You know, we have people we get into discussions with, and they keep putting it back onto the child. But what if they don't change? But they need to change right now. Like, if they change, then their life will be better. They're already divine beings. Like,
Whether you're giving, any time you require someone else to change for you to feel better, you are giving your power away.
Yes, yes. And if it's a child that you're wanting to change, well, in this group, you just know that on a deep level, I believe your children always are less conditioned, and perhaps are just thousands times more involved than you, maybe millions, maybe billions, maybe trillions. And if you shift your own conditioning, if you release what's not in alignment to that, so I am a goddess, I am a god. If you shift what's in alignment to that, you will filter through this lens, not through the, if you're filtering through the I'm not good enough lens to your children, then all you're seeing is all the ways that they're not good enough. It's yeah. And we've done plenty of that. Would you know, lose my crap every now and again, and but that is what was happening.
That's why we do what we do, because we were pretty ordinary at it ourselves,
Yes.
and that's where we learned,
Yeah.
and sought growth and sought change because of how we were. It's not because we don't share this information with you because we did it really, really well.
Yeah, we really get it. We really get it. It's challenging if you've got lots of shit you're carrying around from your own childhood, and no one's ever shown you how to release that. And that's why in this group we really we have the tools to do that. I think some of the best tools on the planet. Like, I use a process called fast EFT. You always hear me talking about it. You can look up a lot of, there's millions of views of those videos. There's thousands of videos about it, and it changes people's lives because we're letting go of, anything that's, look at that. The wind just started. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
And once,
the wind just, look at it.
Once you
let it go, guys. Let it go. It's like, oh my God, it's just,
wow,
letting go.
And once you have this resource in your toolkit,
powerful beast.
It's free, and it is literally at your fingertips 24/7.
And you can let it go. The wind just showed you.
Make the choice to let it go. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, I love it. I had some fireworks start up after I was working with somebody the other night, and we shifted a major pattern from a memory from childhood, and I'm not joking, the fireworks started up just after that. Out at I live near the Kiwanis Stadium, so they came into my window and they were going bam, bam, bam. It's like life becomes, just a series of synchronicities.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching, and like this video, tell your friends about it.
Yeah, share it. You can share it from the business page or our YouTube channel or Instagram if you know people who may benefit from this information.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you to everyone in our TAP commune doing our courses. We love you. Mwah.
The courage in choosing to look at yourself first rather than your children or your partner or your family. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big.
It is big.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Appreciate you.